Welcome back to After the Bell with Taylor and Cassie. Hello, we've been joined by Emma Love and Jackson Foote, everyone better known together as Loote. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Good, anytime. You guys have been so much fun. We were hanging out a little bit before this interview, and he's ready to play Jenga, but
Very ready.
we're noting the obvious. We're going to get to it, everyone. It's not just a centerpiece.
If this
We
gets
will play.
knocked down
We will
before
play.
we start playing, I'll probably cry on camera.
Well, then that's what we're going to post.
You'll see.
That's
You'll
what's
see.
going to go viral.
It'll go up, and
Exactly.
it'll just be me in tears, like on my knees in front of the Jenga thing.
What happened?
Now I'm going to knock it down.
I'm excited for the Jenga, but I think I'm even more excited. You guys are going to be performing for us next too after our interviews. So we're super excited about that. So you guys do not go anywhere.
Nope, to see him cry or to see him perform. Both will be happening. Exactly.
Maybe I'll still be crying during the performance.
What are we
The
going to...
emotion will carry over.
Maybe. Whatever gets you. Whatever gets you. No, what are you guys going to perform for us? How many songs? 2?
We're playing 2 songs.
Okay.
2 songs.
We're playing our new single, Your Side of the Bed. And also, we're playing a song that we wrote because actually before we were artists, before we got, signed and before we got huge and famous,
Right.
We were actually writers for other artists. That's how we started working together. We were paired together randomly for this assignment in college, and that's how we met. We didn't know each other, and we've been working together for like 5 years since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
But when we started working, we weren't originally we planned on always kind of eventually playing our music, but this song we wrote for DEMI Lovato and Cheat Codes.
Yes.
It's called No Promises.
You may have heard it like a million times.
It's super special to us because, it's super special to us. We wrote it with our friend Ari. You guys might know him as Lauv.
Oh.
Yeah, we all wrote it when we were in New York City. And one day, it was one of those it just happened.
Yeah.
But it's super special to us for obvious reasons. It's the first song that we ever heard on the radio that we wrote, even though we don't, sing it all the time.
Yeah.
We wrote it. It's our...
How does that work? What's the process like? So you write it, obviously, but then I'm sure you sing it yourselves acoustically just to see where it could go, and then you hand it off to someone else?
Well, you flesh out like a demo usually. So you have kind of the skeleton of the idea, and then it was us 2 singing on it, kind of what we had when we sent it to a couple people, but Cheat Codes immediately were really interested. And as songwriters, people say they're interested in songs all the time, and you're like, sure, it's never gonna happen.
Right.
It's just such you can never tell. But then
It's
then
half
came back
being
with this,
songwriters and half being
jaded New Yorkers at this point.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Thanks. But then they were like, no, we actually really want it.
Yeah.
And also we have this English teacher person that we want to put on it. They wouldn't tell us who it was. They were like, we'll let you know when she gets back from Africa. And we were immediately like,
Who's in
No,
Africa?
literally to my manager, I'm like, Bustle. On the phone, I'm like, Bustle.
Who is in
Who's in
Africa?
Africa right now?
and in 0.5 seconds, he's like, Demi Lovato. And we're like, wait,
And
what?
we look at each other.
Wow. So when did you guys find out, and how did you find out that it was Demi?
Literally,
That was it.
That.
And then,
They actually didn't tell us. We found out before they told
you
us.
answered your own question.
that was right around when Island was kind of approaching us. And so those 2 things kind of came together right at the same time. It was like a perfect storm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful.
And then I saw on the Instagram story for you guys today, you heard it in the hotel room this morning.
Oh my
It's
God,
just
that was
full circle, I
so
feel.
weird. I was waiting. So I was waiting because my room was getting upgraded. Because
Is my room getting upgraded?
go check. You could totally
I had
do it.
2
Well, also it's
full
more.
beds and
It's
2 king-size beds.
no, I didn't. That was the problem. Was we had to have a fitting in our room, and we always do them in my room usually because. I don't know why, because I'm the girl, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes more sense.
Easier.
I need more things, so it's in my room. But my room was so small that nothing would have fit in it. So I told our manager, and they were like, "Yeah, we basically live at the hotel at this point. I don't know if we were supposed to say the name of it, but they know us by first name at this point." And so they're like, "Yeah, go ahead. Let's just upgrade you." And so
Any hotel you guys go to, you need to
I
get...
asked yesterday, and they were like, no, we have nothing. And I
Wait,
was like,
really?
It's cool. I'll just go back to my room.
No, what you need to do is get in with whoever, not DJs a hotel, whatever playlist it is on, and then whenever you're walking in, have that go on, and you're like, oh, that's so funny.
my
You're
God.
checking in, I wrote that.
That's my song. By the way, do you have any rooms?
Yeah, exactly.
Bigger than mine.
Available. Exactly.
When did you guys hear the song for the first time live, in concert watching them?
Live watching them. Well, I saw Cheat Codes at this one thing in, I think.
That was in New York, right?
Yeah.
I think it was I can't remember the company that.
It was a Pandora
I think
thing.
It was Pandora, yeah.
And randomly at the end of the set, I happened to catch it, and I was like, "Wait,
Wow.
what? Huh? That's the song." And then I couldn't find Jackson, and it was.
You guys couldn't even share that special moment together.
The story I always tell is the first time I heard it, it was not even like on the radio, like in a public place. It was like nobody was with me. I was in the deli below my apartment in New York City.
On his way to work.
Yeah, on my way to work.
On his way to the studio.
I'm like, finally, yeah, that's no problem. Like I'm turning, like I'm looking at everybody. Nobody knows me, and I'm like trying to explain to the cashier because I have nobody to talk to. I'm just like, I wrote like the song is
They're probably like,
the song, and she's just like,
Okay.
pay for your bagels, $3.25.
That'll be exactly.
And I was just like, okay.
That's like the most New York thing, though. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I
don't
really,
care. Yeah.
I'm sure.
But are you jaded to hearing it, or every time it comes on,
No,
does it
it's
spark a little?
awesome.
Oh no! Every single time it comes on, I'm just like, like, no,
Oh, that's gotta be proud. Yeah.
We've talked so much about beginnings, but I actually want to throw it back to the very beginning and how you guys came to your name. And
Oh.
I'm assuming it's a mixture of your guys' last names, right?
Yeah. Wow. People
Yeah.
are glomming onto that. I like
It's a
it.
mixture of my last name's Foote, F-O-O-T-E, which is not a cool last name.
I mean, it's
She has a cool
kind of
last
cool.
name.
It's well, I go by Emma Love. It's my middle name actually. It was an accident. They messed it up on my birth certificate. It was supposed to be
Oh,
Lou.
really?
I'm so not kidding. Like,
Wow.
it was supposed to be Lou, and then somebody like thought it looked like a V. So somebody had chicken scratch writing at the hospital. I don't know who, but my parents were like, that's actually really cool. So
Maybe it's a sign.
maybe
Yeah.
she'll like it.
Your fate was sealed right
So,
then and there
yeah.
So
before
then
you
you guys
could even
just
talk.
like changed the pronunciation then to Lute instead of like
combined the
foot.
two,
Right.
yeah.
Lute.
Yeah.
Her
Right.
dad came up
My
with
dad came up with
yeah.
it. It's our names
Interesting.
combined,
Yeah.
and we share the O's.
And all these are terrible ideas before, like, okay, like Emma Foote, like Emma Jackson, like
Jackson
Foot,
Love.
like Foot Love, like Love Feet. Oh, sorry.
Hello.
And, and there's somebody calling me, telling me, stop talking. So, and then Lute was like, okay, that's clearly the easiest thing
Yeah.
to remember.
Plus, the logo's really cool too because it's like the two O's.
Right, the O's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really
My dad
good.
came up with that too. He's very creative.
Wow, your dad. Yeah, really.
He is a creative director, so it makes sense actually.
Gotcha.
But I also promised my dad that in interviews I would shout him out sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
Hi, Dad.
hey, Steve, love you, Dad.
Steve.
Oh, that's so funny. So I want to know, because you guys, obviously, like you said, you travel a lot together, you get upgraded, you don't, blah, blah, blah.
That's happened so many times. I feel
but
horrible.
I'm sure, like, you're basically living, what is it like living with someone of the opposite sex? I don't know how to say it. Like, that's got to be, you're not brother and sister.
Yes,
like,
Jackson. What is it like living with me?
Oh,
dream.
yeah.
Besides all of the
I
things.
think what we usually tell people is like they'll ask us like, hey guys, come out to this party, and we're like, can we come separately? Sometimes.
Okay.
Because or I mean, a lot of times now we'll like go to events together and we're so used to it, but there was a time when we were like, we're in the studio for 13 hours together all day, so maybe we
And then we
like,
sat in a car for
Yeah.
4.
But I think it kind of came full circle where we spent so much time together that now it's just like we're just coexisting perfectly. So
We whiten our teeth together, you know.
Aw. So you guys aren't like brother and sister.
Yeah, we
at this
are.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I feel like Colin's more like my brother than you even at
My
this
brother.
point.
Oh,
really?
He's our drummer, actually. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
wow,
okay. So it's
okay,
like,
this is
Yeah.
it's like a family affair.
It really is. I always say like if my sister played bass, then we'd be like the Partridge Family. Like we should just
Yeah.
like
She
it's
can
just-
learn, right?
Yeah,
So
she's 18.
What's
She's
it
got time.
like then if someone else brings like a significant other into
Oh.
the picture? Is
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh, we're
you gotta
supportive.
get this.
It's hilarious.
Okay. So,
I mean,
supportive,
we
that's
root for
good.
each other
Yeah.
more than anyone I've ever met. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
like.
That's good.
I've seen
Every
them,
time.
I'll be like, oh yeah, like she didn't text me back, and I'm just like, where does
What?
she live? It's like, what?
You think that I'm not gonna find out too? It's like, no. If she messes with Jackson, she also messes with Emma.
That's usually the-
Exactly.
That's what I was going to say. Does each have to get each other's approval?
Right.
Approval,
I
no.
think we're generally just like supportive. Of
Like
each
yeah,
other
we
in
always
that
are gonna
way.
unless it's
Yeah.
somebody that's obviously bad for the other
Right,
person,
right,
and we're
yeah.
like, this
It's
isn't
bad
a
for
good
the bad, it's
idea.
bad for the
Bad for the bad.
Yeah.
Even sometimes then it's just like, well, you know how I feel, but go do you.
That's going to make a really good heartbreak song. So, you know, like, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
we'll get
fine.
it.
I mean, that's how
Also,
your
like,
side of the
yeah,
bed
we
came
both-
about.
We've both been through, like, been working together and been friends when each of us have gone through breakups. So, like, you just, like, you're supportive to each other at those times. And then when something new comes along or something does, you're supportive of that because
Right.
you want the best for, you know?
The music.
I mean, I think that
Yeah,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I think we've also seen each other very happy, but we've also probably seen each other the most unhappy we've ever been.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's hard. Like watching, if I like see you and I know that you're not happy, it's hard for me. Like, I want to make you feel better, and I don't know how. and like vice versa, you know. But then he just makes fun of me instead, and then we write songs about it.
Yeah, usually.
Well, you said like that's how your side of the bed came about.
Yeah, I mean it is.
What about that?
I was going through a very big breakup, my first huge breakup ever. Well, not first, but like my first. Yes, Jackson was very supportive of the breakup. And there's this guy who was starting to like, you know, talk to me a little bit. And Jackson was being classic Jackson. We were in a session actually with another friend of ours, and we were writing a completely different song. And he starts making fun of me. He's like, in classic Jackson fashion, like, oh, I'm gonna text him, being like, he's getting all these songs written about him. Yo, you're getting all these songs written about you. Yeah. And then we were like, pause, hang on.
We're all looking at each other like that probably is a whole different song. Like you're getting songs written about you. And then it came into like he's getting all the songs that you used to get and getting all the words and he's sleeping on your side of the bed.
Kind of just fell out of our mouths.
Yeah, it like fell out. And we like when you're in the middle, we were writing a really good song. Like when you're in the middle of something good, like you usually don't abandon it unless you think like, okay, this song might fall out. So we literally stopped what we were doing in your side of the bed. We wrote it in like 45 minutes. And then we were like, okay, cool. Like this is like a throwaway. Let's just like leave it there and come back to it later. And then everybody was like, that song.
Yeah, we were like, oh, okay. And then I was definitely scared until the song came out that I was, I was like, I cannot believe I just put this out. I cannot believe that I just put this into the world. Oh my God. I thought somebody else was going to sing it.
Yeah, I always say like, when we wrote that, in a lot of songs, like in our heads a little bit, it helps us to think, you know, somebody else will sing this because it allows you to open up and be more personal about yourself.
That's
if you
true,
think I'm not
thinking that someone else is
and then when it comes full circle, it actually ends up being perfectly personal and like, you know, a really good look into your life and more than we probably would have felt comfortable doing.
But now I feel like the Band-Aid's off then. Now, now everything.
The Band-Aid's off. The Band-Aid's more than off. Like I've, you know, even my ex actually texted me and he was like, I love the song. And I was just like, I sent him a screenshot of it to like him and our managers, like in our like group. We have a group chat. But I was like, guys, like, did he listen to the song? Did he hear the same song that everyone else is hearing? Because like I do not know how that's possible that you like the song. But okay, I'm not gonna like.
We're like everything seems peaceful. Just don't do too much.
Hey, at least he counts towards like the numbers of the streams.
That's very true.
He's not allowed. Yeah.
I mean, I'll give him credit where credit is due. He is part of the reason that the song came out, so there's that. Like we have some great memories, but as Jackson says, it's not good to focus on the good ones because then you want to go back to them.
Yeah, I just say it's always easy to remember only the good stuff and not the bad stuff when you're looking back on a relationship. Like you always miss the good things. You don't miss bad things, which makes you feel like you miss the person. But then you have to like force yourself to be like, oh, that was bad and traumatic.
Is that like another song?
Like,
actually, it is another song. We literally we just wrote another song with we wrote with DeLacy the other day.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah.
Thanks to all of our exes.
We kind of wrote a song like that, a couple days ago. But I feel like I've had that concept. Like I write like
he always,
in my notes, like in my notes on my phone, like you know, song concepts and things like that. And there's like 500 of them. No, maybe that's a lot. At least
there probably are.
Yeah, 300 or 400, and like 95% of them are really bad. But then one of them might be decent. So
we like have opposite approaches of writing, but we work together every single day. It's really funny.
What about this song right now that you guys are having like a working title where you're taking polls from
Twitter
and Instagram on the title?
Perfect timing for that to happen today. Damn, we are good.
Yeah, we wrote the song. And it was
we wrote the song.
I'm not
pause.
Because it was one of these things where like there wasn't any obvious title except a really long like 15-word sentence, which not 15 words, but a lot. It was it's gonna take me longer than I thought to get over you, and there isn't like.
I mean 12. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty long. It's too long, but
it's
I kind of was like. We're balancing like, okay, like do we put like a super long title out and just make people be like, I have to listen to that. Why is the title so long? Or are they like, I don't want to listen to that. That's too much. So like we're balancing like that or like over you or longer than I thought. I like the long title, but I don't know.
I like the long title.
I kind of do too. I wouldn't have thought that initially, but
because
like everyone can relate right away.
Amber has over you already, so like think of that.
So don't do that.
So don't do that. But you guys can
Twitter
vote,
is voting
right?
right
on
now.
Twitter
it's up to Twitter.
Instagram story too.
Should I check what the poll is at?
Yeah, let's see what the poll is at.
Check what the polls say.
The poll is that people were liking the shortest title over you, which makes me sad because I really want the long one.
Yeah,
I wonder if people like it because then they think that you're already over them. Like people don't realize that the meaning of the song is actually it's going to take longer than you expected or maybe wanted it to.
Right.
So
right now it's
classic sad boy Jackson lyric.
42% over you, 32% longer than I thought, and 26% it's going to take me longer than I thought.
Okay, so everyone just go vote C.
Yeah,
That's what we want.
that's what we
right?
need.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we didn't
honesty
describe
is
the
not
song
important
correctly.
right now. We just want you to vote for the
Yeah,
thing
are
that
you
we
gonna
want.
actually listen to
Exactly.
the poll?
I
And
think so, yeah. Because it's also been a debate with like our whole team, management, and
Right.
the label, and you know, like
Yeah.
and rightfully so. Are like the song is too like the title's
This
too long.
title is
you know,
very
it's hard to
long. I
feel
search
like
on,
there's gonna-
But like
Yeah.
all of my
Spotify,
favorite
music
bands,
search.
True.
all of my favorite bands
Yeah.
have really long names for their songs, and they
Yeah.
all do
Feels
well.
right.
To me,
Yeah.
emotively, and how I connect with it, it's like a very close song to me, and that like needs to be the title to me. But I don't know.
Well,
at the
it's
same
gonna
time,
keep me
I
up
want-
tonight. I'm gonna be
I
like
don't wanna- I don't
texting you,
wanna,
DMing you guys, and we're
cripple
like,
its
I got it.
exposure.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
like it's
Right.
a disservice to ourselves if we're like, no, this is the name, and then less people hear it. You know, because we really want most people to hear it. So.
Well, speaking of Twitter,
Artistic
there was a
integrity.
tweet that I loved where you guys, BTS featured your song.
Oh my God.
in their videos.
So
and,
cool.
And you guys said, P.S. like, let's collab. Did you hear back from them yet?
Have we heard back
That
from
would
I
be
did not
an
expect to. No, I don't
Epic
think so.
collab. Hey, you
But
never
they know who you are. Yeah.
I know,
Yes,
it's kind
we
of
do.
crazy that
It's
they know,
crazy.
well, they must, they used the song.
Yeah.
Although, you know, just because they know the song doesn't mean they know who we are. But
True.
but somebody picked it, and
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
put us in it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you guys are you star in all of your music videos that I've seen thus
Mm-hmm.
far, right?
Yes, me as
Yeah. Do people? I would assume that people would falsely assume that you guys are dating. Does that like happen
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot? People just like, oh, you're a
Yes.
couple.
Yeah.
All the time, every
I'm
single
surprised
day.
you guys didn't ask. Like literally.
Well, I just did without asking. I just
Right.
assumed
She
that
did.
it
Oh,
was
no,
it.
see, I
You
got
see
the
that?
That's
no,
the
I
most-
got
that's
the
the best-
vibes.
that's
She got the
Yeah.
brother sister, but that's because you saw us before we went on camera.
And
because
because
like,
when I asked you about like the seal of approval for other people,
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
I could
yeah,
tell
yeah,
it
of
was
course.
More,
we're in an open relationship.
The only thing.
You guys
our
have
Twitter
no
bio-
chemistry.
Our Instagram bio, the only thing it says is not dating. So.
Yeah, that's-
usually
yeah.
But that's the
we
throw
point
people. You
to that.
never know. That could
platonic
be
and professional.
Like I almost
The
want
two
to be like, why are
Ps.
they saying that like so outwardly?
right.
3,
Like why are they
platonic,
so quick to say they're not? Like
It's
What's
like
the third
they're
one?
being so
dude,
defensive.
platonic,
Exactly.
professional, and punny. AF.
That's good.
Wow.
Those
The
are
3
good.
Ps, dude.
That's what you
Third
should
piece.
put as the new bio.
Another
new
song.
bio.
She said the 2 Ps, so I was like
Wait,
third.
what was it?
Platonic, professional, and punny
Professional.
AF.
That's awesome.
There we go.
Good.
That's
Actually,
You see Cassie, Delora, and Taylor.
I had nothing to do with it, but I was here, and by default, I need to be on it.
one of our really good
That's not
friends
really
describes us
functioning.
as a high-functioning, dysfunctional, not dating married couple, and it's my favorite definition of the two of us.
I love it. I
We
love
tweeted
you
that,
guys
like,
so
yeah.
much.
I like tweeted that and it got more likes than I think anything we tweeted at the time.
Besides the BT. Okay, so
I like-
I tweeted one thing the other day.
You type BTS and it goes viral. It's
But
crazy.
We
so
didn't realize that.
we had no idea. I tweeted one thing the other day and it got like 100 likes in a couple of like 30 minutes or something. And Jackson was like kind of like about it for like a second, and then he retweeted the BTS thing and he was like, huh, 1,000 retweets, dude.
50,000 likes.
I was like,
Yeah.
I think
cool.
last time I checked, because I was on it just before this interview, I think it has almost 30,000 retweets.
Oh,
Are you
wow.
serious? I had
That's
no
crazy.
idea.
Yeah, and we've gained, it's crazy. We had 1,500 Twitter followers like 2 days ago, and we have 3,500 now.
That
We have
just
almost
shows
4,000.
that's what
That's the
fans
trick.
Yeah,
want.
and that's how we
That's
were
what
able
they
to do the
want.
poll. Like literally, we probably wouldn't have done it if
Glad.
we didn't have like.
I
Right.
mean, I am
Yeah.
about it.
You need
I'm
a big
about
sample
it.
size first.
Yeah.
We're opening for Eric Nam on tour, so
Yeah.
like
so we're getting the
There we
K-pop.
the game
Yeah.
is
There it
afoot.
is.
There you go.
Oh my god, I cannot believe I just said that out loud.
Wait, what'd
She
you
just
say?
made herself laugh with another
Yeah,
pun.
she did. That's
No, it's a Sherlock Holmes reference.
Platonic professional pun.
I feel like we could sit here literally forever
Yeah.
and talk to you guys,
Yeah.
but
It's only nighttime out.
We should probably get to the game of Jenga.
Right.
Because this is where like the can of worms really gets open because these questions on here are just completely random and out of the box.